The power of the dark side.
Hey guys, it's Chris from Team S.I.T.H today, bringing you my 36th place YCS Sydney deck profile. Now I ended up going 8-2. My two losses were to Metalfoes, and I ran Minerva. So here's the deck list. So you start off with 3 Raiden, then 3 Wolf, double Lila. Now originally I was playing 1 Lila, 1 Lumina, but 9 times out of 10 when I was going for the Lumina, like what I was pitching, and then I was trying to special Lila anyway, so just decided that was easier. 3 Fairy Tale Snow. So pretty much obviously that makes the deck. Most people say that, and it is a ridiculous card. We had double Photon Thresher, double Max C, they're not there. Then we had the 1 Trick Clown. Now I also played the zombie engine, so that consisted of 1 Shiranui Spirit Master. That was mainly to combo off with the likes of milling and getting it engraved to banish it for its effect, and also the same from YCS Liverpool, the guy that used it to pop Dark Law. He actually came up quite relevant, and I ended up popping quite a few Dark Laws throughout the day. There was then the 2 Uni Zombies, the 2 Mizukis, and the 1 Shiranui Spirit Master. We then had the full Brilliant Engine. So yeah, we then had the full Brilliant Engine. So that was triple Brilliant and double Garnet. We then had triple Instant Fusion, double Twin Twister, triple Solar Recharge, double Charge, 1 Rhoda, 1 Soul Charge, 1 Foolish. And then we also had double Desires. Now I was playing 44 cards, and to be honest, the Desires really weren't that great. Anytime I did resolve it, it was more of a win more condition, rather than actually sort of advancing my game state. So yeah, in the future I could probably pull them out quite easily and just run the 42. And then the final 2 cards were Phantom Knife Shade Bricadine and Vanity's Emptiness. Now the reason I chose to run both instead of just the Shade was if I drew Vanities, obviously I'm going to have to set it anyway. If I drew both, I'd just activate the Shade first, then Vanities. If I did mill the Vanities and had Shade in hand, I could also force a Snow if I had to. Obviously it's not optimal, but that actually never came up of milling the Vanities while I had the Shade. It was more I'd saw one or the other. So I probably wouldn't change that, to be honest. So that's it for the full main deck there. As I said, 44. I would quite happily run it down to 42 without the 2 Desires. And then potentially even 41 with only the 1 Garnet, but I did enjoy that second Garnet. So into the extra deck we have the 1 Seraph Knight, the 1 Norden. Those were the only 2 fusions that I ran. I then ran some some Synchro level 8s, which were Scarlight, Double Omega, and Crimson Blader. Now the Crimson Blader came up really relevant in a lot of my ABC matchups and one of the Metalfoe games. For Zodiac format, I will change this to a 3rd Omega. There were times where I could triple Omega people, but I just couldn't resolve it, obviously due to only having the 2. We then had 1 Michael. Banishing effect came in quite handy. Moonlight Dragon, the Black Rose. Only actually summoned it once, which is pretty good. Ended up bouncing back on Mithrilian. He then summoned it again next turn and killed me, but that's okay. We then had the 1 Minerva. I did want to make room for 2, but space in this extra deck is quite tight. And you can always sort of Emerald it away. So yeah, you see, then you've got the Emerald. You also have the Tsukiyomi, the Abyss Dweller, and then you've got the Castell and the Utopia package there. So those are the 15 cards that I chose to run. Like I said, only changes I'd possibly consider making. You could probably change out Moonlight for a 2nd Minerva going into Zodiacs, and the same for Crimson Blader into a 3rd Omega. Or I may even change the build up completely and maybe move it into a Nat Beast. In for the extra deck now, like I said, into the side deck now. Extra deck space was quite tight, so I ended up running the 1 Spark Dragon. That was for the triple anti-spell. This was actually quite good against a lot of the matchups. I didn't realise what sort of rogue would be there. I played a UA, I played a Monarch, and just Spark anti-spell locking them actually was really, really relevant. Won me quite a few games. We then had triple D barrier, obviously for most decks at the event that usually relied on the extra deck. Not as good against Metal Foe, because they can pick and choose obviously how they summon that turn. But hey, I wasn't really to know that. You know, it did come in handy. Sometimes it stopped OTKs, sometimes it didn't. We then had double system down for ABC. The only reason I decided to run 2 is I actually thought a lot more of them would run anti-spell as well, in regards to the fact that I was running Light Swarms and I had such a heavy spell lineup. I really thought that more people would be sort of siding that in. And then obviously, you know, I've got to set it for a turn, so it's not really as good. But nobody did, so I probably could have ran 3. I ran triple Denko for the Paleo matchup. I didn't actually end up seeing any. So that pretty much came in not useless. Sorry, completely useless. It really wasn't that good. We then had double Gamma Seal and a Sphere Mode. Now, the reason I didn't run a third Gamma Seal was I kind of wanted the hero matchup. I wanted to sort of be able to remove as much as possible. You know, a Dark Claw, a Bahamut, and obviously the Toad. Clearing all 3 of them would have been really good. Unfortunately, with this deck, I can't afford to run Lava Golem. It's just it's too much, and I really need that normal summon that Lava Golem brings. But obviously, I didn't want to justify running 3 Sphere Modes. It was just too much. But yeah, as I said, I only ended up sliding in against the hero matchup, and it did come up once where he went, yeah, Dark Claw, Bahamut, Toad, cleared all 3 and won from there. But yeah, so that's it, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I will try and get to them. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.